So I've been making my retirement plan for years now, constantly making tweaks. And every time I made a tweak, I felt convinced I had an even more solid plan, until the doubt started to creep back in again. And so I'd make another tweak, and then another. Honestly, it became exhausting. And lately, I've started wondering, when does planning stop being preparation and start being avoidance? I can't imagine making any major life decision without some kind of a plan. Planning, for me, gives me control. It validates my thinking process. And it takes the edge off of some of that anxiety that I feel, whatever I'm deciding on. That's how I justify my obsessive approach to retirement planning. But as a result of it, I now have a solid financial plan. Several, in fact. And here's how I got there. Before I get into it, if you find this subject interesting, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button now. That will help this video reach other viewers like you who are looking for this kind of information. Thank you. First, it was spreadsheets. They started out simple enough, but then they continued to grow until they became so complicated that I'd lost total track in what I was doing. I ended up more confused than when I started, and a lot less confident in my ability to figure all this out. But I was determined. There had to be a better way. There are a lot of financial planning apps out there, more than you might think. And after researching the various options for far too long, I narrowed it down to a few that I thought might work for me. I ended up choosing a free online version because why not? It was easy to use. It did a good job organizing my finances. And for a while at least, it was enough. Until it wasn't. I learned that it didn't have enough detail for me. And without the detail, I wasn't feeling the confidence I was looking for. So I decided to try one of the more popular pay apps instead. This one was far more robust, much more of what I was looking for. It had everything I could want in a planning tool, like what-if scenarios, Monte Carlo simulations, Roth conversion strategies, Social Security planning, you name it. I felt like finally I had found my answer. For the first time, I actually had a real plan. And then a few months later, I started questioning that plan too. And that's when I had to get honest with myself. Because I knew I had all the right data. I knew the plan was solid. There was no logical reason for me to doubt it. Yet, I still wasn't feeling the confidence to make any decisions. So I kept trying more planning packages until I found myself running 3 different plans on 3 different apps all at the same time. And that's when it hit me. This wasn't planning anymore. This was analysis paralysis. No question about it. I was just procrastinating by burying myself in all the data. In reality, I was afraid to make the decision. Maybe I still am. But planning had become nothing more than a crutch. As long as I kept tweaking, changing a number here, running new scenarios there, I didn't have to make any decisions at all. I could keep that anxiety buried underneath all that data where I wouldn't have to face it. But here's the thing about overplanning. It doesn't feel like a problem when you're doing it. It feels like responsibility, like discipline, like you're in control. And maybe that's why it's so hard to see it when you're crossing that line. So here's what I've come to understand. Retirement is one of those decisions where no amount of planning can eliminate the uncertainty. Markets fluctuate. Policies change. Life happens. My life is much different than it was just 20 years ago. and I have no doubt it will continue to change. Financial plans can only point us in a direction. They can't capture the unpredictability of being human. Retirement is just permission. Permission to stop doing what you have to do and start doing what you want to do. It's about having the freedom, finally, to start living life on your own terms. I'm not saying that financial planning is pointless. It's not. I'm just saying that there comes a point when the numbers stop being the real issue. And what's left is the emotional side, the questions that spreadsheets can't answer. And maybe that's where the real planning begins.